Hello guys, you're about to hear the story about how your girl faked her own report card during my high school years. Did I get away with it or did I get caught? Well, you're about to find out. This all started back when I was in high school during my 10th grade year, so sophomore year. So the first quarter went by and I had pretty decent grades, you know. If you don't know what a quarter is, it's basically we have 4 quarters, 9 weeks each, and 2 semesters, which are 2 quarters of your grades combined. Now you know what that is, let's get to the story. I was in this guy's class named Mr. Huber. I'm sorry, but the name Huber just sounds funny. Like, imagine being named Huber. Boy, if you don't get your... So when I first met Mr. Huber, he taught biology, which, by the way, I hate that subject so much. Like, I love science in general, like knowing about unexplainable things or interesting stuff like astronomy and robotics. You know, the cool stuff, not plants and shit. Oh, what the fuck? Let's see. Hey, does this plant look interesting? No, to be honest, not really. Why don't you take a closer look at it? Nope, I'm still not interested. I said, look at the goddamn plant! Is it, or is it, not interesting? Yeah, I mean, it does look interesting now, I guess. What do you like about this plant? I guess I like the cell walls and the nucleus. I don't know. That's what I thought! Now, class, if you will turn your pages to 45. It seems since I was born. He seemed like a really nice old guy at the time. When I first met him, he once even told me he liked my name. I'm gonna tell you how he went from a very nice old man to wanting to throw him off the cliff. This all started around the second semester. I was passing all my classes except for biology. So the first semester, meaning the first 2 quarter grades, I had a 72 and another 76, which is 2 Ds. And in my parents' eyes, that meant come home with another D and you're getting your ass beat. Off topic, but most people hate math. I don't hate math at all, especially high school math. For me, it was just a series of patterns, and once I learned those patterns, it was pretty simple. Until I got to college and I had a class on probability and statistics. It wasn't fun. The year before that, I had a physics class, and boy was it way more easier than this biology class since it had a lot of easy math in it. So with this biology class, Mr. Hubert over here thought it was a great learning experience for the class to read 3 chapters every night and turn in all the review questions the very next day just to take a quiz on the chapters we just reviewed.
This ain't it, Chief!
So to sum up the story on that class, the next semester I failed it with a 67%, which is a F. That was worse than my last quarter grades.
Hey, can you throw me another Fourcent?
Yep, your girl was dead. Therefore, I thought to myself, if I squint a little harder, that F kinda starts to look like a B. You know what I mean? I had to come up with a plan to change my grades for that class if I didn't want to end up in a different dimension. I decided to go into the school's database to hack into the mainframe so I'd be able to bypass any security systems implemented into the school web's interface. And that's a complete lie. I used my boy Photoshop to do this. Well, technically I didn't do it since I didn't know how to use Photoshop at the time. I had one of my friends, Jake, help me do it since he was more experienced with that sort of stuff. Once we got our report cards, my dad already knew since all the other schools got theirs at the same time. So he basically found out we got our report card from my younger sister. I still needed to change my grades, so I used a good old excuse of, oh yeah, About that, funny story actually. I totally forgot it at school, and it was in my binder that's inside my backpack, which was inside of my locker, you know. Weird coincidence, am I right?
Run.
Between parents, you always have to have the strict parent and the more chill laid back one to have that universal balance. For me, my dad was the strict one and my mom was the chill one. I mean, she's mute, she's cute, but most importantly, she shoots! Okay, you guys get it. She's chill, but she can be serious during different situations. So the plan was to change my grades the next day before I got home. I asked Jake to bring his laptop to school so we could start on our secret operation. Me and Jake met up during our lunch period, so the plan was to take a picture of the original report card and then upload it to Photoshop, then to airbrush where the previous letter grade was. After that, we just paste a new grade into Photoshop. I made the grade a B because if I made it a A, it would look a little too suspicious. Like, how did I go from a low D to a high B, you know? Gotta play it smart. After that, it was pretty simple. We just printed it out, compared the real report card to the fake one, and everything was spot on, except for the shade of the paper since we used different paper from the original. But it didn't matter. I doubt my dad would have noticed. We were finally done. Only thing left was to convince my parents that these were my actual grades. That day, I got home and I was ready to put on my fake acting skills. I was walking past the living room when... Hey Sam, where's that report card you said you'd bring home today? Oh yeah, that thing that only determines my future education and GPA, the thing I need to succeed in order to get into a good college, then get a degree, and then be depressed for the rest of my life with the job that I hate while my manager's completely up. Oh yeah, here it is. They looked at it for a good 8 minutes, but to me it felt like 8 eternities because I was overthinking everything. Oh my god, what if they noticed the shade of the report card was lighter than the original one? What if they can already tell I'm lying? Or worse, what if I accidentally gave them the real report card instead of the fake one? Hey, these grades aren't bad at all. Good job, proud of you. Wow, they actually bought it. So they bought the report card, but this wasn't the end of it. No, we're talking about a guy named Mr. Huber that took pleasure in ruining kids' lives. What he did was he left a message on my dad's phone saying that he needs to come to a parent-teachers meeting to discuss my grades. But what he didn't know that was luck was on my side. I was chilling in the living room when he sent this message on my dad's phone while my dad was asleep. And his phone happened to be sitting beside me at that exact time. Talk about luck! It read, Dear Mr. I'd like to discuss Sam's grades in class. If you'd like to meet anytime between... Shh! You can't hurt me anymore. After that, I had to fake the next report card finding grades as well one more time. It was a lie I had to stick with. Amazingly though, I passed Mr. Hubert's class with the overall 70%. Remember the video I made saying that no one in my high school failed and that even failing students always got a passing 70? This is where that came in and helped me out a lot. I never faked the report card again after that because it was way too stressful to deal with. I wouldn't blame Mr. Huber for teaching class so badly. He was just one of those old guys who've been teaching in school for years and they were ready to retire at any given point. During my senior year of high school, I had another teacher that taught like him, but this time it was different because it was in social studies, and that's an easy subject for me, so I passed that with the 94% in that class. So yeah, it really wasn't that guy's fault. He just didn't like his job that much, and I understood where he was coming from. Hello guys, thank you guys for watching the video, and if you're curious to know, my parents did find out later on because, well, I told them and they really didn't care because it was like 3 to 4 years ago, so it was like, okay, whatever, I guess. But thank you for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I'm super inconsistent, but it was due to a lot of factors in my life. But I'll try to be as consistent as I could possibly be. I'll say next video, I don't know when it's gonna come out yet because I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed soon. I had a video plan, but now I don't know when that's gonna come out. Because once I get my wisdom teeth removed, it's gonna be really hard to record anything for at least a week and a half or 2 weeks at most. There will be a video during November, so stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you next time.